Welcome to EPG Pathshala. Today we are going to discuss a module titled Thyroid and Parathyroid Hormone under the paper Physiology. This module will be consisting of two parts. Part A will be dealing with thyroid hormone and part B will be dealing with the parathyroid hormone. After studying the part A of the module, you shall be able to understand the location, structure and anatomy of the thyroid glands, the structure, function and mechanism of action of the thyroid hormones. Further, regulation of thyroid hormones will be discussed. Disorders associated with any impairment in the functioning of the thyroid gland, causes, symptoms and treatment for the disorders. Thyroid hormone is secreted by paired thyroid glands located below the larynx and at the anterior surface of the trachea. The nomenclature of the thyroid gland comes from its close association to the thyroid cartilage, derived from Greek word thyroides, which means shield shape, and it protects the vocal cords. It is one of the largest pure endocrine gland, brownish red in color and butterfly shaped. It is consists of two lobes. The right lobe is called lobus dexter. It is slightly larger than left lobe, which is known as lobus dexter. Both the lobes of the thyroid gland are joined together by isthmus. At times, a small pyramidal shaped lobe extends from the isthmus to the head bone, to which it is attached by a fibromuscular band. The gland has its own double layered thin fibrous capsule enclosed in an envelope made up of pretracheal fascia. This envelope helps the gland to attach with cricoid cartilage and upper tracheal ring, and this arrangement helps the thyroid gland to move up and down with larynx during food intake. Four parathyroid glands are located on the back side of the thyroid gland. It is highly vascularized gland and receives 80 to 120 ml of blood supply per minute. The thyroid glands are supplied by two arteries, superior and inferior thyroid artery, and they are drained by three veins called superior thyroid vein, middle thyroid vein and inferior thyroid vein. The weight of the thyroid gland varies from 15 to 20 grams in adults and secrete two important hormones called triiodothyronine and thyroxine. Both these hormones modulate energy utilization, heat production and facilitate growth. Calcitonin, a major hormone involved in calcium homeostasis, is also synthesized by the parafollicular cells of the thyroid gland. Histological sections of the thyroid gland consist of spherical colloid filled follicles of variable size and are lined by follicular cells resting on a basement membrane, and they are the site for the production of thyroid hormones. Follicular cells are normally cuboidal in shape but becomes columnar when they are active and becomes squamous when they are inactive. They synthesize, release and store their content in the colloid, acidophilic colloid. Besides follicular cells, the thyroid gland consists of parafollicular cells located in the interfollicular space, and they are responsible for the synthesis of the hormone calcitonin. As discussed earlier, thyroid hormone synthesize two iodine containing hormones T3 and T4. Both of these hormones have same metabolic effect, however they differ in their rapidity and intensity of the action, T3 being 3 to 4 times more potent than T4. Besides its high metabolic effect, only 7% of the total thyroid hormone is synthesized as T3 and rest as T4 because thyroxine has longer half-life as compared to T3. Contrary to high levels of T4, almost all the T4 is converted to T3 before acting on the target cells. Thus, T3 is the functional form of the thyroid hormone and also produced by deiodination of T4 in the peripheral tissues like kidney, pituitary, brain and liver. Synthesis of thyroid hormone consists of various steps. The first step is iodine trapping, wherein circulating iodide is co-transported with sodium ions through basal membrane to the cytoplasm of follicular cells using sodium iodide transporter. The thyroid gland can actively concentrate 30 times more iodide against its concentration gradient in the blood. Next step in the synthesis is thyroglobin synthesis, which is a glycoprotein synthesized like any other secretory protein in rough endoplasmic reticulum and glycosylated in Golgi apparatus of the follicular cells. The thyroglobin molecules are then packed into secretory vesicles and delivered to the follicular lumen through exocytosis. After this, oxidation of iodide and organification takes place inside the follicular lumen. Iodide ions are not capable of combining with tyrosine amino acid, therefore oxidize rapidly to the iodine molecules at the luminal surface of the follicular cells, catalyzed by the enzyme thyroid peroxidase. The activated iodine molecules are then incorporated to the tyrosine amino acid within the thyroglobin, a process known as organification, to yield monoiodotyrosine and diiodotyrosine. Further coupling reaction takes place, again catalyzed by the enzyme thyroid peroxidase, where two diiodothyronine molecules joins to form thyroxine and one MIT and one DIT join to form triiodothyroxine. When stimulated and required, the coupled thyroglobins in the colloid are engulfed by apical surface of the follicular cells to form pinocytic vesicles. These vesicles then fuse with lysosomes and acted upon by proteases, cleaving off molecules of triiodothyronine and thyroxine. Being lipid soluble, T3 and T4 enter the blood stream by diffusion. Thyroid hormones circulate in blood in an inactive form bound to 3 different plasma proteins synthesized by the liver. Next important topic to discuss is regulation of thyroid hormone synthesis. Since thyroid hormones play important role in controlling basal metabolic rate, it is desired to maintain right amount of thyroid hormone in the blood, and its regulation is achieved by thyroid stimulating hormone thyrotropin released by anterior pituitary in response to thyrotropin releasing hormone from hypothalamus. Low levels of T3 and T4 or low metabolic rate stimulates the release of thyroid releasing hormone and thyroid stimulating hormone from hypothalamus and pituitary respectively. Constant concentration of free thyroid hormones inhibits the release of TRH and TSH by negative feedback inhibition, and also conditions like increased ATP demand, cold environment, hypoglycemia, high altitude and pregnancy also increases the secretion of thyroid hormones. Now next important topic to understand is the mechanism of the thyroid hormones. The binding of thyroid hormone with thyroid hormone receptor in the nucleus elicit the Genevieve effects of the hormone. TH receptors are present in the nucleus of most of the cells of the body, unlike receptors for many other hormones whose distribution is more limited. Before acting on the genes, T4 is converted to T3 with the help of cytoplasmic enzyme iodinase. T3 exerts its effect by increasing the synthesis of various proteins at molecular level by directly combining with high affinity nuclear receptors on the DNA. T3 with bound receptors recognize the thyroid receptor element in the promoter region of the target gene and activate the expression of respective genes to synthesize RNA and protein. The increased level of proteins further facilitates the enzymatic and other functions to suffice the increased demand for growth, development and metabolism. Besides having genomic actions, thyroid hormones have various non-genomic actions on the target cells mediated by receptors present on the plasma membrane, mitochondria or cytoplasm. The binding of the hormone with the receptor activate cyclic AMP or the protein kinase signaling cascades resulting in microfilament organization, mitochondrial cytochrome C oxidase activity, cell growth, cell proliferation, angiogenesis and thermogenic response. Now let's talk about the function of the thyroid hormones. The thyroid hormones have wide range of effects on human body and are required for the homeostasis of almost all the cells. Thyroid hormones target virtually all the tissues of the body, and broadly they have two major functions: an increase in the basal metabolic rate and stimulate growth and development. Thyroid hormones starts manifesting its effect from early stage of development, promoting growth of the brain and central nervous system. Also, together with human growth hormone, insulin and other growth hormones, thyroid hormones accelerate body growth, particularly the growth of nervous system and skeletal system throughout life. Thyroid hormone increases basal metabolic rate, and rate of cellular oxygen consumption increases for increased ATP production. Protein synthesis is stimulated to attain body growth, and oxidation of glucose and fatty acid increases for ATP production. Thyroid hormones stimulate synthesis of additional sodium potassium pump to meet increased metabolic rate. About 1/3 of all the ATP is used by these pumps. The resulting increased turnover of ATP increases thermogenesis or heat production, and the phenomena is called calorigenic effect. Besides performing these basic functions, the thyroid hormone influences diverse functions and organ system of the body. Next, calcitonin, a 32 amino acid polypeptide, is a hormone synthesized by parafollicular cells and was purified in 1962 by Kopp and Cheney. It is synthesized in response to high blood calcium level, and it lowers the blood calcium level by inhibiting the activity of the osteoclast, the bone resorption cells. It also inhibits the reabsorption of the calcium ion in the renal tubules. It is important to note that the synthesis and release of calcitonin is not controlled by pituitary gland, it is simply controlled by the level of calcium ion in the blood. Endocrine disorders associated with thyroid gland have high prevalence in India, especially in females. According to a study, about 42 million people suffers from thyroid disease, with iodine deficiency being a major causative factor. Because of its high prevalence, it is important to discuss the various disorders, causes and symptoms. Thyroid disease is basically classified into two categories. First is hypothyroidism, that is low secretion of thyroid hormone, and hyperthyroidism, that is high level of secretion of thyroid hormone. Hypothyroidism in fetal life, infants and children is known as cretinism. Causes mental retardation and stunted growth. At birth the child is normal because it was supplied with maternal thyroid hormone, but after birth the growth becomes retarded. Hypothyroidism in adults results in severe condition with almost total lack of thyroid hormone and is known as myxedema. Oral thyroid hormone therapy helps to reduce the symptoms. The main cause of the hypothyroidism are classified into two categories. The failure of thyroid gland is the primary cause for hypothyroidism and leads to Hashimoto disease. It is an autoimmune disease wherein thyroid attacking antibodies, including thyroid peroxidase antibodies and thyroglobulin antibodies, are synthesized by body's own immune system and attack the thyroid gland. Besides failure of the thyroid gland, insufficient intake of iodine causes endemic colloid thyroid goiter, and it is a primary cause of hypothyroidism. It is associated with enlargement of the thyroid gland. Insufficient intake of iodine decreases the synthesis and in turn low levels of circulating thyroid hormones. Therefore, negative feedback to the hypothalamus and pituitary leads to increased synthesis of thyroid stimulating hormone and thyrotropin releasing hormones. Elevated plasma thyroid stimulating hormone levels overstimulates the gland to produce thyroglobulin colloid into the follicles. Due to the accumulated thyroglobulin, the gland grows larger and larger. Secondary causes of hypothyroidism are due to defect in the functioning and communication of the pituitary and hypothalamus, leading to deficient secretion of thyroid stimulating hormone and thyrotropin releasing hormone respectively. Overall, the symptoms of hypothyroidism are characterized by mental and physical slowness, cold intolerance, weight gain, decrease in basal metabolic rate, decreased cardiac function, hypertension, and is associated with increased risk for development of arteriosclerosis. Next is hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is caused by elevated level of thyroid hormones and reflected by hyperactivity of the thyroid gland. Now we are going to discuss part B of the module, wherein we are going to discuss about the parathyroid hormone. After studying this module, you shall be able to understand the location, structure and anatomy of the parathyroid gland, the structure, function and control of the parathyroid hormones, effect of parathyroid hormones on various tissues and disorders associated with any impairment in the gland. Calcium homeostasis is maintained by highly intricate and complex endocrine system in all the vertebrates, including parathyroid hormone, calcitonin and calcitriol. Parathyroid hormone are synthesized by parathyroid gland located on the posterior surface of the thyroid gland. The parathyroid gland monitor the level of extracellular calcium ion and maintain it in precise range by secreting parathyroid hormone, and parathyroid hormone in turn controls the level of calcium via their action on intestine, kidney and renal tubules. The role of parathyroid hormone in maintaining calcium homeostasis was studied in 1909. Histologically, parathyroid gland consists of two types of cells, oxyphil cells and chief cells. Chief cells are very small cells, larger in number and secrete hormone parathyroid. On the other hand, oxyphil cells are larger in size, highly eosinophilic with unknown function. Parathyroid hormone is translated in parathyroid gland as pre-pro-hormone in the chief cells, having 25 amino acid pre-sequence and 6 amino acid pro-sequence. Pre-sequence is cleaved during the transport of polypeptide across the endoplasmic reticulum and required as signal sequence. The pro-sequence help in efficient ER transport of the polypeptide and protein folding and cleaved by trypsin-like protease in the Golgi apparatus. The mature parathyroid hormone of 84 amino acid is further packed in secretory vesicles and released when required. In liver, parathyroid hormone is metabolized into active N-terminal component and an inactive C-terminal fraction. The major function of parathyroid hormone is to increase calcium levels and decrease phosphate level in extracellular fluid by increasing the bone resorption through osteoclast, stimulating distal convoluted tubule of the kidney to reabsorb calcium and proximal convoluted tubule to increase phosphate secretion. Further, parathyroid hormone increase the conversion of calcidiol to calcitriol in the kidney catalyzed by enzyme 1-alpha hydroxylase. Indirectly acting on the intestine through calcitriol, it stimulates the increased absorption of calcium and phosphates. Parathyroid hormone have two important effects on the bone to increase the concentration of calcium ions in the extracellular fluid. In rapid phase, which is osteocystis osteolysis, activation of osteocytes for the transfer of calcium ions from bone fluid to extracellular fluid take place without any decrease in the bone mass. The fluid filled between osteocytic membrane and extracellular fluid is known as bone fluid, responsible for the release of calcium ions via their activity of calcium pump, resulting in diffusion of the calcium phosphate salts. Slower phase or osteoclastic osteolysis leads to proliferation of the osteoclast to promote bone resorption as stimulated by high levels of the parathyroid hormone due to continued hypocalcemia. Increased parathyroid hormone for longer duration causes bone softening due to osteoclastic resorption. Also, parathyroid hormones acts on the distal convoluted tubules and collecting ducts to increase calcium and magnesium resorption. Also, it increases the excretion of phosphate, sodium and bicarbonate ions by its action on proximal convoluted tubules. Parathyroid hormone, by increasing the activity of 1-alpha hydroxylase, facilitates the production of calcitriol, the active form of vitamin D in proximal convoluted tubules. The increased calcitriol further acts on small intestine to increase calcium and phosphate ion absorption. Calcitriol also acts on the osteoblast to produce paracrine signals which further activate osteoclasts to reabsorb calcium from the bone matrix. The increased absorption of calcium in intestine is achieved by increase in activity of sodium calcium antiporter activity and synthesis of calcium binding proteins called calbindins. It is important to know the control of parathyroid hormone secretion, and the major factor controlling the secretion of parathyroid hormone is change in concentration of calcium ions as observed in cases of pregnancy, rickets and lactation, leading to hypertrophy of the parathyroid gland. Besides this, the change in normal levels of vitamin D and phosphate also leads to functional regulation of the parathyroid gland. To achieve this, cheese cells possess cell surface calcium sensing receptor, a G protein coupled receptor, to monitor the fluctuation in extracellular concentrations of the calcium. In the conditions of hypocalcemia, calcium sensing receptor is inactive, causing an increase in activity of adenylate cyclase and transcription of the genes coding parathyroid hormone, stability of parathyroid mRNA and secretion of parathyroid hormone by fusion of vesicles with the plasma membrane. Hypercalcemia activate calcium sensing receptor and suppress the synthesis and secretion of parathyroid hormone. Deficiency of vitamin D also leads to increased secretion of parathyroid hormone and is associated with decreased hydroxylase activity, decreased absorption of calcium ion and decreased phosphate secretion in renal tubules. On the other hand, in case of hypercalcemia, calcitriol vitamin D receptor complex in cheese cells bind to the transcriptional repressor of the parathyroid hormone gene, thus suppresses the secretion of parathyroid hormone. Increased level of phosphate in serum leads to hyperphosphatemia, and this excess phosphate ions present in serum binds to calcium, resulting in hypocalcemia, thus stimulating parathyroid gland to secrete and release more parathyroid hormone. Disorders associated with parathyroid hormones are divided into two categories: hypoparathyroidism, which is too little of parathyroid hormone, and hyperparathyroidism, which is higher level of parathyroid hormone. Hypoparathyroidism or low levels of parathyroid hormone in circulation leads to deficiency of blood calcium. The low levels of blood calcium causes hyperreflexia, spontaneous depolarization of nerve and muscle fibers, because hypocalcemia increases the neuronal permeability for sodium ion with resultant influx of sodium, moving the resting membrane potential to the threshold. The increased excitability of nerve and muscles leads to twitches, spasm and tetany of the skeletal muscle. The primary cause of hypoparathyroidism is the removal of the gland during thyroid surgery and thus low level of parathyroid hormone. In case of pseudo hypoparathyroidism, the level of parathyroid hormone is normal in the circulation, but target tissue becomes resistant to its effect and therefore symptoms of hypoparathyroidism are apparent. Increased supplement of calcium and vitamin D in diet or direct administration helps in treatment for the hypoparathyroidism. Hyperparathyroidism is also known as disease of bones, stones and abdominal groans, and caused by increased level of calcium ions in the blood by increased activity of osteoclast and synthesis of calcitriol. Excessive resorption of bone matrix causes bones to become soft and easily fractured. High blood calcium level promotes formation of the kidney stones. Primary hyperparathyroidism is due to benign tumor of one or all the 4 parathyroid glands, and secondary hyperparathyroidism is associated with hypocalcemia rather than hypercalcemia to restore the normal levels of calcium in the plasma. To summarize, thyroid gland is a unique endocrine gland in a sense that these endocrine cells are arranged in the follicles, not like in any other endocrine glands where cells are arranged in cords and clumps. The main function of the thyroid gland is to secrete thyroid hormones, which helps in the maintenance of the basal metabolic rate, growth and development. Along with that, thyroid glands also synthesize calcitonin, which plays an important role in the calcium homeostasis. The secretion and release of the thyroid hormones is in the control of the thyroid stimulating hormones from the anterior pituitary. On the other hand, the release of calcitonin, the synthesis of the thyroid hormones are under the direct control of hypothalamus pituitary axis, while the synthesis of calcitonin is controlled by the level of calcium ions in the circulating fluid. Thyroid hormones are of two types, T3 and T4. T3 being more potent, although T4 is synthesized in larger amount, the T3 is the biologically active form of the thyroid hormone and affect almost all the cells of the body. Disorders associated with thyroid gland has high prevalence in India, especially because low dietary intake of the iodine ions. Parathyroid glands are located on the posterior surface of the thyroid gland in the neck. Parathyroid glands synthesize parathyroid hormone responsible for the calcium homeostasis. Parathyroid hormones increase the level of calcium ions in the extracellular fluid by increasing the activity of the osteoclast, increasing reabsorption of the calcium ions in the renal tubules, and increased reabsorption of the calcium ions in the intestine. Hypocalcemia or low calcium ion in extracellular fluid inhibits the calcium sensing receptors in the chief cells, thereby increasing the expression of the proteins responsible for parathyroid hormone synthesis. Thus, parathyroid gland play important role in calcium homeostasis through parathyroid hormones. Thank you.